Hi everybody, this is Bill Abernathy and I am as excited as I could be to be here tonight to play you a few songs from my new album, just entitled More. I really appreciate Americana Highways and MTS Productions for putting all this on and putting it all together, and I am really looking forward to playing for you. But this is what I need for you all. I need you to understand a couple of things. Number one, you see all this gray hair that I have? Well, that didn't come out of a bottle, and I earned every little bit of it. So, if sometime during the course of the evening I happen to mess up a chord or hit the wrong note or forget the lyrics, just remember, man, the 70s were just a little hard on me. The day that I turned 16, as I was headed out, my father set me down to share what life's about. He told me of these passion pits where young boys get in trouble with nasty women of the night who like to kiss and cuddle. You can wash your hands, get them clean when they get good and filthy, but you can't wash filth out of your mind, can you, sweet young Billy? Well, I've been had a choice to make, my mind would not be swayed. Those passion pits were calling me, Sweet Williams, get laid. Cause we were drinking, smoking, doping and a toking, all without a care in the world. Yeah, we were loving, living, taking what was given, much more than we could ever deserve. We had no plans for the future, but to be all we could be. We just hoped the flashbacks would contain the memories. But you see, the 70s were just a little hard on me. Well, can't you see? The 70s were just a little hard on me. Sure were. I really wish my memory would help me see more clear. I'd like to recognize me in the stories that I hear. It seems I was a legend, a man of myth and lore, doing lots of things that had not been done before. And though I can't recall all the things the others saw, I sure do have the scars to document it all. You see, my knees have gone bionic, my throat and shoulder too, and I have no idea where I got this damn tattoo. But you know, you got one too. Cause we were drinking, smoking, doping and a toking, all without a care in the world. Yeah, we were loving, living, taking what was given, much more than we could ever deserve. We had no plans for the future, but to be all we could be. We just hoped the flashbacks would contain the memories. But you see, the 70s were just a little hard on me. Well, can't you see? The 70s were just a little hard on me. We had no phones, no cameras to capture what we did, but we sure have a hell of a time explaining it to the kids and the grandkids. But here's a little help for you. Cause we were drinking, smoking, doping and a token, all without a care in the world. Yeah, we were loving, living, taking what was given, much more than we could ever deserve. We had no phones, no cameras to capture what we did, but we sure have a hell of a time explaining it to the kids that you see. The 70s were just a little hard on me. Well, can't you see? The 70s were just a little hard on me. Well, can't you see? I forgot what comes next. Damn those 70s anyway, right? You know, man, they say that if you remember the 70s, you weren't there. Well, I don't remember them, so what's this all about tonight? Why am I doing this live stream show? Why is Americana Hideaway going out of their way to help me out here tonight? Well, you see, we've got a new record coming out, and it's just called More. And it's on pre-release right now, but it's going to go into full release this coming Friday. And it's kind of an interesting thing. I've had people ask me, they say, where did you come up with the title for More? Well, I'm a football fan. I love the NFL. And I was watching the Kansas City Chiefs play one day. And they just went out and scored a big old touchdown, and they'd effectively put the game out of reach. And what really impressed me was as they ran off the field, their head coach, Andy Reid, looked at every one of them as they came off, and he said, more. We need more. We need more. And I thought, well, damn, Andy, are you getting a little greedy? But then I thought, you know, that's really a lesson. It's really a lesson to always be trying to achieve, to always trying to improve, right? Well, I got to thinking about that and about relationships. And how sometimes we tend to get really comfortable, right, in our relationships, and we tend to get really kind of complacent. But the goal of more is not to be content. It's not to be complacent. It's always to be striving for more. So in our relationships, we should strive for more than a friend, more than a lover, more than just moments we get to share with each other, more than a smile, more than a touch, more than the illusion of what we call love. What must I say? What must I do? Lost in this journey, searching for you. Facing these feelings I fear to explore, exposing my weakness. Searching for more than the loss that's burning my eyes, more than the love my heart has denied, more than my emptiness hidden inside. Can't help but wonder if there can be more than just friends, more than just lovers, more than just moments we share with each other, more than a smile, more than a touch, more than of what we call love. Well, how can I find the answers I seek? Have I the strength, or am I too weak to brave the dark passage I fear to explore? Searching the shadows for what could be more than the bridges I burned as I crossed, more than the scars disguising my heart, more than my fear of heartache and loss. I can't help but wonder if there could be more than just friends, more than just lovers, more than just moments we share with each other, more than a smile, more than a touch, more than just illusion of what we call love. More than the bridges I burned as I crossed, more than the scars disguising my heart, more than my fear of heartache and loss. I can't help but wonder if you would be more than my friend, more than my lover, more than just moments we share with each other, more than a smile, more than a touch, more than this illusion, more than my friend, more than my lover, more than just moments we share with each other, more than a smile, more than a touch, more than this illusion of what we call love. Of what we call love. More. I'm pretty sure that's not what Andy had in mind when he told all the guys about it, but certainly a good lesson, right? Certainly something to keep in mind. So the next song I'm going to sing for you is a song that I started writing about somebody else, right? But at the end of the day, it turns out I was actually writing it about myself. It's our current single that's out right now. And today, Americana Highways did a really cool thing for me and did a video premiere for the lyric video that we put out, that MTS Promotions put in. So I'm very excited about that. This song talks about as we get older, right? Throughout the course of our lives, we accumulate things. We accumulate particularly emotional things. You know, you got your heart broke. You broke somebody's heart. You put trust in somebody that really was not worthy of your trust. You became vulnerable with someone that turned around and kind of burned you on that thing. And I think over time we build walls, right? We build walls around ourselves because we don't like those feelings. We don't like them at all. And so we hide them, right? We build a wall around ourselves and we say, nope, nothing else is coming in and nothing else is going out. But with the concept of more, right? I think we have to get past that. I think we have to be vulnerable. I think we have to reach out. We have to step out of our darkness and run from where we've been and give ourselves a chance to learn to love again outside our hideaway. Shadows of your past consume you, concealing your pathway to love. The darkness of the night surrounds you. You've nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Deception lives in those shadows, a victim of life's compromise. You're playing this role you've created, deceiving yourself and living a lie. Why do you hide away? Hide in your love among the shadow. Hide away. Hide in your heart from everyone. You gotta step out of the darkness, run from where you've been. Give yourself a chance to learn to love once again outside your hideaway. Face all your demons, the moment you conquer your fears, the moment when pride's been defeated and jealousy's pain disappears. This moment your heart will lead you like a beacon showing the way from the darkness of shadows that bind you in this personal hell that you're hiding away. Well, you built yourself a wall of denial with bricks of deceit from the past, explaining the fact that your love was once lost in the blindness of your pride and the shadows it casts. So tell me, why do you hide away? Hiding your love among the shadow. Hide away. Hide in your heart from everyone. You gotta step out of the darkness, right from where you've been. Give yourself a chance to learn to love again. Step out of the darkness, right from where you've been. Give yourself a chance to learn to love once again. Outside your hideaway. Yeah, that's Hideaway. That's our single. Check out the video and you can hear all the big production and rock and roll and screaming guitars and all that cool stuff. And speaking of guitars, I'm sure you've noticed that I have a few. And I'm going to do a quick change here and bring out the Dude. For all you guys out there, folks out there that like guitars, this is a 1974 Guild F512. A fantastic instrument. I call him the Dude because the Dude abides. And if you don't know where the term "the dude abides" come from? You and I just can't be friends, man. We just can't be friends. Yeah. You know, I think the best songs come from true stories. And this song is a true story that happened to me. You see, I live here in Kansas City in what I call the Wonderland of Wood, right? I live here alone with just me and the wharf, and I think you can see a picture of him up here, right? When I first got the wharf, he was 8 pounds of just brown cuteness, right? And extremely ornery and chewed on everything, and he was great, right? He was great. I loved it. Well, the wharf and I like to go up, and we'd like to take walks in the city market park, and there's a group of people up there that hang out that currently don't happen to have a home. And they've seen the wharf since he was this into the 65 pounds of, oh my God, that he is now, right? They love him. They look forward to seeing him every time, and he looks forward to seeing them. Well, you see, the wharf and I were up there on a walk one day, and I saw the coolest thing ever, right? There was a guy who had gotten a shopping cart, and he had filled the shopping cart with a whole bunch of backpacks. And in those backpacks, he had put like gloves and hats and coats and that kind of stuff, right? And he'd gotten with our group of friends that we have down there, and he was handing them out, right? And as he handed them out, he'd just say, "Merry Christmas," right? And it was so cute and so cool to see how appreciative everyone was with just these little gifts, right? But you see, there's one guy down there who kind of sits off by himself. He doesn't really engage with the rest of the crew, and he kind of sits on a bench and stares at the ground. Well, the man walked over to him and handed him a backpack, and he said, "Here you go, Sam. Merry Christmas." Well, Sam stood up, and he looked the guy right in the eye, and he said, "Thank you. You may have given me the best Christmas present I've ever had." Well, the guy looked at him, and he said, "Oh, come on, Sam. You know what's in there. It's just gloves and hats and stuff, and we do this every year. It's not a big deal." Sam looked at him. He said, "You know, I really appreciate the gloves and the hats and the stuff, but that's really not the most important thing that you did. You see, you recognize that I'm a human being. You recognized I'm a person. You recognize that I'm just not the homeless dude hanging out in the park, right? You knew who I am. You knew that I'm Sam. And you called me by my name." Stories, how they became the people they are, how much we're the same. The first step is simply calling their name. Well, I often wonder how we got here, where people are starving and living in fear. with so many blind to their base human needs, leaving them hungry with no place to sleep. We say that it's hard, we say it's a burden to reach out and touch when someone is hurting, afraid of the dangers of getting too close, when these are the people who need us the most. If we could only call their names, learning their stories, how they became the people they are, how much we're the same. The first step is simply calling their name. Well, how could it be that we've lost our compassion? How could it be we no longer imagine, while sitting in buildings of granite and stone and locking our doors when it's time to go home? We claim we're all equal, but someone explain why people are dying and we feel no shame. We're sitting in judgment, assigning the blame to those who are helpless. Someday we'll learn what real charity means, unselfishly loving in both words and deeds, doing our best just to treat all the same, and changing their world by just calling their name. If we could only call their names, learning their stories, how they became the people they are, how much we're the same. The first step is simply, if we could only call their names, learning their stories, how they became the people they are, and how much we're the same. The first step is simply calling their name, calling their name, calling their name. I've really appreciated spending some time with you all tonight, and thank you very much for allowing me to come into your home. And thank you to Americana Highways and MTS Productions for putting this together. My name's Bill Abernathy. If you'd like to figure out what I'm doing and what all's going on in my musical world, you can find me at BillAbernathy.com. And there you can find all the links to all my social media, and there's a bunch of reviews and interviews and that kind of stuff out there. So go check that out if you would like. One thing I would ask you to take away with you tonight is, the holidays are coming. And not everybody has a family, and not everybody has a home. So the next time you pass a homeless person, remember Sam. And remember how sometimes the smallest thing can make such a big difference. If we could only call their names, learning their stories, how they became the people they are, how much we're the same. The first step is simply calling their name, calling their name, calling their name. Thank you all very much. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know I had a lot of fun. Enjoy your evening and live long and prosper.